We are wrapping up our animal study project, and so we are at the finishing touches, the finesse stage, where we're making our sites look pretty and we're adding all those last details with our last deadline coming up. So the last thing that I want to talk to you about is a small grade in comparison to the other things that go along with this animal study, and that is the fact that you are taking on the role of being the expert in animal that you've chosen, but you have learned these things by reading different websites and learning from other people. Some of you have even taken the initiative to actually contact some scientists and some researchers. And so now is the time where we need to give credit where credit is due. And so I want to direct you to taking a look at different types of bibliographies where we cite our sources. And, well, hello, Huey. How are you? Huey says, hello. But let's go back and let's check out some bad, okay, and better bibliographies. The first one I want to direct you to is here. This would be a bad example of a bibliography. Okay, no bibliography would be worth 0 points, and it would not tell me what you were able to use for your resources to help you out to become the expert animal researcher that you now are. Let's scroll down and let's take a look at an okay example. This would be an example of an okay citation. However, you guys are 8th graders now, and I would expect that you would be able to do the great example at the bottom. This would be worth half points. If at least you have this, you have at least shown that you have been keeping track of the sources as you have gone. Okay? You would get 5 points out of 10 for this. But where I need for you to go, and I know that Mrs. Fiordalise hammered you with this last year and really showcased and shared how to do this and the importance of this, but this would be a great example. This would be worth full points of having sources cited using EasyBib, and that they all show and are able to show the different dates that you accessed those things, and they are not all the same date. So let's work to get this. Seeing this is an easy 10 out of 10 points for you. This would be 5 out of 10, and this would be 0 out of 10. Okay? In comparison to the whole project, this is small, but it is important, and like I said, we need to give credit where credit is due. So let me walk you through real quickly, just as a reminder, how to use EasyBib. I've already cited several of these sources, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click and open up one of the links that I was able to find information on about the chimpanzee. So I'm going to copy this link, and then I am going to go to easybib.com. On easybib.com, it gives you a place where you can cite the website. And I'm going to paste that in and say, cite this. Now, EasyBib is going to give you an overview of exactly what they found and things that they couldn't find. I wanted you to be very clear that if you cannot find these things either, that's okay. Just leave them blank. Okay? But I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at my site. I'm going to see if I can find a publisher, a date when it was electronically published, and to see if there's any authors. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click back on that tab. And I am going to say that my publisher is most likely going to be the National Primate Research Center, University of Wisconsin-Madison, but I'm going to scroll through just to make sure that there is nothing else that pops out. Typically, when we look for authors, we're either going to look at the very top of the page or the very bottom of the page. Now, I have an author's name, so that's awesome. I have someone reviewed by, and I actually have a last date that was edited by as well. And I have lucked out here as well. I would not even have to use EasyBib because this page actually has a citation at the bottom. However, to help you walk through the last steps of this, I will continue to go through here. So I'm going to copy this person's name as the author. Oops. Copy. And I'm going to go back to EasyBib and I'm going to say continue. Alright, so I am going to put my author's name and paste it in here. Just got to kind of break it apart here since her last name is Lang and her first name is Christina, and it appears as though her middle initial is C. And then for the publisher and sponsor, I'm going to put the University of, not Madison, Wisconsin, but Wisconsin, Madison. And scrolling down, I need to put in the date that it was published, and it was published on April 13th, 2006. And the last part of this is I just need to click Create Citation. And it will give me this already formatted, and I just need to copy it and put it into my sources. So going to my sources page, I am going to find the place in alphabetical order and paste in that citation. So all of my things are listed there, cited by EasyBib. The one other tip I will give you is that if you can't remember and you are doing your EasyBib today, that's okay, but just remember that you didn't actually access this website on this day today, you accessed it on an earlier day. Remember that if you go to your Google Doc where you've kept all of your information at and you click on See Revision History, everything will come up that will tell you what has been changed. And so yours will have multiple days listed in there, and you could probably easily figure out when you added each of those pages. So those are some tips from me as to helping you to create your EasyBib citation, which needs to be part of something that you put onto your website to be able to show the world who is able to help you to get to those pages. If you used a few other things on EasyBib, EasyBib can also cite books, newspapers, journals, and 59 other things. If you actually interviewed someone, it even has that as an option that you can cite that interview as well. So hopefully this all helps you to put together your citation. So I need for you to use the rest of class time today to finish up your citation and anything that you need to do for deadline number 4. The last part of all of this is this. On Thursday and Friday of this week, we are going to meet one-to-one to talk about your webpage together. And I would like for you to sign up for a day that you would like to talk to me about the work that you've been doing. So if you scroll down this page a little bit, you're going to see a link that says Website Conference Sign Up. And this is what it looks like. You can see that there are 2 slots in the morning if you would like to have a little bit more time to talk. Otherwise, the conferences are going to last anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, and you're going to highlight some things on your page, and I will give you some direct feedback as to some things that I see, and we'll talk about if there's any last things that you want to change, or if you are satisfied with the grade that you have. So you can see there are 13 time slots for the class periods, and you'll either sign up for Thursday or Friday, and this will be the order that I go in. Please, of course, make sure that you sign up for your class period. All of the class periods are color-coded to separate them out. So, number 1, make sure that you get your EasyBib done. Number 2, make sure that you sign up for a conference time. Number 3, get your website completed, deadline 4, due by Wednesday. And if you get all of those things done, you'll see a little bit further down on the page that I have embedded the links to everyone's pages. You can start to check out some of the different classmates' work to see which one you would like to nominate for the Hall of Fame for this year, and we will have voting for that on Friday. So I will talk to you guys later.